Hello everyone, and welcome to game number 21 of the 1960 World Chess Championship match between Mikhail Tal and Mikhail Botvinnik. Now, as you've seen in the previous game, Botvinnik did have some opportunities to continue the game, but he decided to accept the draw offer and decided to go into game 21. And here, before the game started, the result is 12-8 in Tal's favor. So Tal is still 4 points in the lead, and all Tal needs to win this entire match is to draw this game. And if Botvinnik, if Botvinnik was to actually continue the struggle, he would have to win 4 games in a row to tie the score to be 12-12. And Tal wasn't sure if Botvinnik was going to do this, if Botvinnik had given up on the match, or was he really going to try and win 4 consecutive games in a row. Well, it's not a quote about the board, but it's one sentence from Tal's book. It was hard to convince myself that Botvinnik would play for a win in each of the 4 remaining games. So yeah, that's basically what that means. And yeah, Tal also didn't know if Botvinnik maybe drew the previous game maybe too early to maybe get inside of Tal's head, so Tal would think that Botvinnik had given up on the match. So a lot of things to consider here. Everyone was already congratulating Tal and saying, hey, I mean, you just have to draw 1 more game out of the 4 games, but to Tal, he still had to play a nice game. As this is the final game, let's see some photos. Here we have a nice photo of the Pushkin Theater in Moscow. There are Tal and Botvinnik playing there. You have 2 show boards, one on the left and one on the right, and the audience is right here. But I also have one photo from the other side, so you can see that there are actually multiple not layers of audience, but multiple like stairs. Yeah, not stairs. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Damn. But it doesn't really matter. Here is a nice close-up. This is maybe from the last round, maybe not. I don't really know. It's hard to say. And all of these photos are from a short clip, and the link to that clip will be in the description below. So feel free to check it out. It's on some British channel. I don't know if they have like the right to show this footage, but it's there, and no one's doing anything about it, so feel free to check it out, I guess. And I do have some more, but we'll leave those for after the game. So let's see it. D4. Tal decides to go D4 in this game. He tried to find an opening and a line in this opening that allows Botvinnik to go for a quiet opening, but also if Botvinnik decides to go for a sharp line, that it can immediately be seen and dealt with. So for the first time in this match, Tal opens with the D4, and we have knight to F6, C4, E6, and here Tal did want to play knight to C3. He wanted to see what Botvinnik would, if Botvinnik would go for the Queen's Indian, not for the Queen's Indian, for the Nimzo Indian defense, and how he would handle Tal's Semish attack. But he didn't. In any other game, he would have done this, but not in this one. Here he played knight to F3, and Botvinnik responded with B6. So the quiet Queen's Indian defense, and Tal was actually very happy to see this. So G3. Continuing in a similar fashion, gonna counter Botvinnik's B7 bishop with a G2 bishop. So bishop to B7, bishop to G2, and now bishop to E7. Tal castles, Botvinnik castles, knight to C3, and now knight to E4. Queen C2 with a double attack on the knight. Knight captures, queen captures, and F5. And this was a well-known theoretical position at the time, and here Tal played B3. If he really wanted to go for an edge to gain any kind of an advantage, and if he was playing any other game but this one, he would have gone for D5, which would promise a complicated and sharp game. But here he prefers a calm continuation. He plays B3, preparing to develop the bishop. Bishop to F6. Now comes bishop to B2, and now D6. Rook 8 to D1. Queen to E7, and now knight to E1. We have bishop captures on G2, so Tal offered the trade of bishops, and of course Botvinnik, there really isn't a better move than simply accepting the bishop. We have knight captures, and now knight to C6. Queen to F3, attacking the knight on C6, and queen to D7, defending it. Knight to F4. Now Tal is threatening knight captures on E6. Of course, if queen captures, then queen captures on C6 is a threat. So rook 8 to E8, defending the E6 pawn. And here Tal did think about this position for a while, and he decided that it was a perfectly safe position for him. And if he didn't really know what to play, e3, that's definitely a move, but what is e3 doing? I mean, probably nothing. So he decided to play d5 with the following idea. He wanted bishop captures on b2 and d captures on e6 with an attack on the queen. And now, of course, if you move the queen, then queen captures on c6, you win back the piece, but the real idea is knight to e5, attacking Tal's queen. So after pawn captures, knight captures with check. We have pawn captures, and now rook to e7. Here Tal's idea was b4, so after black recaptures the pawn on d7 to play b5, and now this b pawn would be preventing this a pawn from coming forward, and also keeping this weak c7 pawn at bay. So this was kind of Tal's idea when he pushed the d5. And this is what he expected. He didn't really find any other good moves for black. But Botvinnik played the absolute strongest move, and he played a move that Tal definitely didn't expect. The move is knight to d8, but the reason Tal didn't expect it is because here after knight to d8 on move 17, Botvinnik actually offered Tal a draw. So Botvinnik in fact had given up on the championship, and he decided there was really no way to try and win four consecutive games in a row. So knight to d8, move 17, a draw offer, and Tal happily accepted this offer. So by this move, and here I wanted to prepare some nice last words by Tal himself from his book, but unfortunately these are Tal's last words from the book. As you can see, knight c6 to d8, so this is the move, and it says, well, and made me a flattering offer. So it says Botvinnik prior to this made me a flattering offer. Botvinnik's 17th move was destined to be the last move in this match. And this is the last sentence in the book. I thought there would be something like after that, you know, Tal talking about something, but there really isn't. Maybe in a Russian version, maybe this is just a bad translation, who knows. If anyone read the Russian version, you know, maybe there really is something that we could add here. But yeah, that's basically it. And so out of 21 games, the Tal won the match with 12.5 to 8.5. So with a 4-point lead, I mean that's a very nice result to win the World Chess Championship. And here we do have a couple more photos. Here is the crowd from the other angle, so you can see down there, and also there are some people upstairs. All of them are applauding Tal now for winning the World Chess Championship title. And here we have Tal ready to receive his prize, and also here another photo of him receiving it and being congratulated officially. So there aren't that many photos or video footage of this event, but there are some on the internet, so feel free to look for them. Like I said, I will put a link with a short clip about, you know, it's a very short clip in Russian where they show Tal and Botvinnik and Tal winning the championship, so feel free to check it out. And yeah, feel free to check out all of the games from this World Chess Championship, all 21 of them. And once again, I will invite you to check out my coverage of the 1959 Candidates Tournament, the tournament Tal had to win to actually get this opportunity to face Mikhail Botvinnik. And now, at the end of this video, I realized that I left the photos. Yeah, I actually left the photos. Tal is up there and Botvinnik is down there. But okay, I will edit this out maybe. Yeah, as this is the last video, I will edit this and then upload it. So completely disregard this last sentence I said. So yeah, that's the game. I do hope you enjoyed it. I do hope you enjoyed my entire coverage of this match. So now you have all of the 21 games. You know, you're free to do whatever you want with them. You can download them. You can burn them to a CD. Well, not a CD. It won't fit on a CD, but maybe on a Blu-ray it will. And you know, you can give it to your grandpa so he can also check it out. You know, it'd be nice for him to remember the good old days. So yeah, I would like to thank Athanasios Makris and Richard Gruis for a contribution to my channel. Thank you a lot, I really appreciate it. As usual, you can check 2 of my previous videos here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon, probably with one of your suggestions, as it's been a while since I did any of your suggestions. I was too busy with the candidates, then with the Grand Prix Chess Classic, and then with covering this match. So for some time now, I will be mostly doing suggestions and some, isolated incidents in the chess world, and then probably I will return to some other series. There are a lot of great World Chess Championships that were played, and there are a lot of great candidates tournaments that were played, and tournaments in general. So yeah, once again, thank you for enjoying and increasing your vast knowledge of the 1960 World Chess Championship match between Mikhail Tal and Mikhail Botvinnik. Thank you all, and I will see you soon.